Welcome, this is HKB and I'm Leon.
I'm Shaz, and we're excited to bring our review to you of 2023 Taiwanese film My Heavenly City. This will be at UK cinemas from the 10th of November.
Courtesy of CINEASIA.
都不吵，但你会做什么？
在这大城市里，每个人都有地方可以去。
Three stories, three struggles for survival, strung together in search of happiness. My Heavenly City uses three interconnected stories to explore the hopeful aspirations of new Asian immigrants moving to New York City, the city of their dreams. We follow a lonely young woman moving to the city to work as a Chinese English translator, a young couple obsessed with hip-hop, and parents dealing with a child with mental illness. They unknowingly influence each other as their paths cross, affecting each other in ways as they go about their lives.
This film is a complete roller coaster of emotions, so buckle up and get ready for a turbulent ride.
我知道我们经历着无法形容的寂寞。
Can I come in? 直到遇见你 I will never forget this.
So what did you think of this film and the format?
Well, as an anthology and a dramatic one, I think it works really well. I like the vision that the director has, but it does feel like a complete film, even though it's an anthology, and we get a real showcase of talent in this. There's some really good acting in this film from a variety of the cast. I say all the performances in this are pretty exceptional. My only caveat to that would be the Western actors, who do their best. You know, you can see that they're definitely trying, but they fall somewhat short when compared to their Asian counterparts. That being said, it doesn't really affect the film that much. This film has been expertly directed.
Let's have a brief look at each separate story, starting with Through a Car Window on 15th Street.
This first one, it was quite harrowing at the beginning, I thought, because the character of Mavis, played by Vivian Sung, she's looking to become a translator, but she's put in some really awkward situations and she's not allowed to show a drop of emotion. And I think the way she represented what she was going through, you know, she was dealing with her own problems as well, which they show you at the beginning of the film. She becomes sort of protective of one of the characters that she gets to meet in her job as translator, Xiao Jian, played by Ming Wu. And he's only a young lad, 16, he's very into his basketball, and I thought the interactions between the two of them, I kind of liked it. And I liked the way she was protective of him, I liked the way he responded to her. He was like, I'm not a complete idiot, because we're giving him some tests to do, and they were a bit easy, and it actually turned out that he really liked maths, was the other thing he liked. You know, a really thoughtful story. It's provoking you as well. What did you think? Some of the situations she had were quite harsh, weren't they?
They were a bit uncomfortable, a bit awkward. I don't know how I would have coped as a translator in those situations. Probably the same.
Yes.
But it was a very endearing story with Zhao Jian.
Yeah, that was very nice. A very good setup for the film. And having watched her in it, Vivian Song, I was very impressed with her as an actress. I thought she was very strong, and I thought it was a very strong opening to the film. And then, Keung To fans, we come to Lulu and Jack. I know you were waiting for this one, Shaz, because being a big Mirror fan as you are and liking the boys, what did you think of Keung To turn in this film?
I thought he was fantastic. I really liked his dancing, because he does do a bit of dancing in this, and he was great. And I really liked seeing a sort of softer side to his character portrayal. His character was just a really nice guy.
Yeah, it's quite an endearing story actually. He meets up with Lulu, who's a student as well. They're both students in New York, and they're both on completely separate courses, but they both got a love of hip hop. Obviously this is familiar ground for Keung To, and he's very comfortable doing that performance on screen, and it comes across very natural. What I like in this film though is that the drama is there, and there's nice subtle touches from Keung To's performance in this. He's very strong. He's had to deal with some serious dramatic roles right from the word go, and his performance, well, he just bats it out of the ballpark for me. And also, can I ask you what you thought of the actress Jessica Lee?
I thought she was very sweet, and I really liked the character.
And I thought she looked a little bit like Sandrine.
Yes, I saw that as well, actually. Once you said, I could see it there.
Which is, I think, a good thing. But yeah, she seemed to have lots of charisma as well. So that story...
that was the word we said when we were watching it.
Yeah.
That Keung To's charisma really shines in this.
I think so too. And I think that story was lovely. It was really well done.
And it was so sweet.
It did. It made us think of Before Sunrise with even Org and Julie Delpy.
Really heartwarming.
And then we lead on to the third of the 3 stories, which is called Kite. And we have some troubled parents, Jason and Claire, who have a young son called Jasper. Now Jason's played by Jack Yao, and he's the father and husband in this. And Claire is played by Mandy Wei. And the son Jasper is played by Logan Cheng. Now, there wasn't a weak performance between these 3. The performances, they were really good. She couldn't show any emotion in the film, could she, the wife?
No.
And the husband, he was trying desperately to hold his family together. And talk about going the extra few lengths. I mean, he really was trying. And at the beginning, I didn't think I'd take to his character. But
no, I didn't.
No, you felt like he was going to be a letdown, didn't you? But then
he did, but he pulled, like you say, pulled out all the stops to save his family and to take care of his wife, who was struggling with the situation, and try and help build the bridges back with Jasper. What do you think of the director, Sen-I Yu?
Looking at her credits, it seems like this is the first full-length feature that she's made. It looks like she's made several shorts in the past, and written and directed on each credit. Putting all that in mind and having to deal with all the elements that she's dealt with for a full-length film, I'm astounded. I'm really blown away that this is a first-time feature film for this director. She's done an absolutely marvellous job. We're not going to ruin this film for you guys. We think you should experience as much of it as you can without having it spoiled, so don't look too hard on the internet. If you get the opportunity to go to the cinema and see this, we suggest you do it, especially if you're a fan of this type of film. It's great. For me, don't hesitate to recommend this one. I think this is a fantastic film, and you're getting to see these fantastic new stars perform.
Never forget this. 你是我的纽约。
Hi.
Well, that was our review of My Heavenly City, and we had a great time with this. We hope you guys enjoyed our review. We hope all the Keung To fans out there enjoy this film, so I'm sure they will, Shaz. We certainly did.
We certainly did.
Any last words before we go?
Just a reminder that My Heavenly City is at UK cinemas from the 10th of November.
As always, a huge thank you to our friends over at CINEASIA. We really appreciate the opportunity to review all of these wonderful new films that you're supplying us with, and we'll catch everybody else on the next one.
在这大城市里，每个人都有地方可以去，有朋友可以见，有家可以回。